Welcome to JM Unleashed. I'm just going to review some video from last year, which I think is pretty cool, and I wanted to share it with you while I do that. So uh, here we go. Hey, welcome in, everybody. Just reviewing some video that I got last year while walking dogs with GoPro mounted to remote control four-wheel drive vehicle. Hey Snakebite, good to see you. Just reviewing some video from last year. A lot of my newer subscribers will not have seen this, and I'm also I wanted to review some of these videos to see if I could clip any of them into some cool shorts videos. So while I'm reviewing them myself, I figured I'd share it with anyone that's interested. I've got a GoPro mounted on the top of a four-wheel drive remote control car, and it actually worked pretty good. I haven't used it at all this year, but I used it quite a bit last year. And the main reason I've got it on half speed is just because my computer will probably start buffering if I try to play it on normal speed. In fact, I'll try a normal speed here for a minute, see how it does. Show you. I wanted to keep it at least 720 quality. Let's see. This is actual speed. Which actually, believe it or not, seems it's a little too quick for my liking, so I'm going to slow it back down. Appreciate you stopping by. Especially for these close-ups, like when it's going fast like that, it's easy to miss some of the good shots. So yeah, I'll keep the chat side open. I'm sure lots of other people will come in. I'm probably going to keep this running for an hour, so I've got 3 videos that I wanted to review. This is the first one. And all 3 are shot with this GoPro 8. I know there's some fantastic moments in these that I can clip out into a shorts video. So, but if I don't review it, I don't remember which parts. So here we go. Actually, I'll put it on full screen for a couple minutes so you can get a better view on it too. Here. So I just have the 2 smaller dogs tethered together, and I'm not, as you can tell, I'm not holding onto the leash at all. But with the black lab, I am holding onto hers. Hey, that's cool, Snakebite. I'm definitely no professional, but you can see I'm holding onto the leash with my one hand and trying to operate the remote control with the other. But yeah, having the GoPro mounted onto them is a great idea for unique or different video angles. Hey Snakebite, do you think it's much better on a full screen like that, or if I have it the other way, do you think that's still okay? Yeah, the next video that I've got is at a BMX bike park, and I ripped the remote control car around there with these dogs as well. Hey Wellness, good to see you. Keep it full screen. Okay. Wellness with Frugal Mama is awesome. So is Snakebite. Welcome in, everybody. Just reviewing some dog walking video from last year. There, I rolled it, but it rolled right back onto its right side up. Yeah, wellness. Happy weekend. I hope both of you are having a great weekend. It's cool to see them putting up this structure too. And I am planning on upgrading my computer, which means all my content is going to start getting much better. But I wanted to upgrade my internet first. So internet's getting upgraded next week, and then I'll upgrade my computer probably in about a month, which I'm really looking forward to. Well, actually, this video on my channel is called Crazy Dog Walker. That's the title of this video. If you search that on my channel, you'll see like the actual videos in high definition, whereas I'm playing it on 720 here. And it's definitely not showing how high quality the video is going through the GoPro on this live stream. Far superior on the video that I've published that I'm playing right now. Thanks, Snakebite. I'll admit probably 20 or 30% of my videos are just to, keep a consistent pattern of uploading. And so not all of them are what you'd call full effort videos, but many of them are. And when I do a live stream and I'm featuring some of the videos, I like to sort of cherry pick some of the better ones, which I think this was, and the next two are pretty cool too. And I feel bad that I haven't done more video with this remote control car, because there's so many cool things that I could do, but it is a pain to be walking the dogs and, making sure the camera's set up right and controlling the car. But you can tell in some ways it's definitely worth it. In some of my videos, I have an assistant, and that makes it even better because I can just walk the dogs. I'm not sure what they turn that structure into, but this area here is a private school and private schoolyard. And so that soccer field's out there that it just passed. I think that people even rent it out to have weddings and things like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're turning it into like a hall. But it could very well just be like an open air hall too. I should actually go back there and check that out. Check on its current status. It was still in the process of being built when I recorded this. Hey, thanks, Bob. It's good to see you. Just hanging out on a Saturday night here, reviewing some video that I took last year. Trying to see where I can maybe cherry pick some video that I already have and clip it into shorts. SE Wolverine, it's good to see you too. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, that's okay, SE. It could partly be on my end too. My internet's not too bad, but my computer's weak. which is why I was playing that in slow motion. So actually, let's stop that one and we'll bring in another one. That one's concluded. So I'll actually close that right down. And just give me maybe 1 minute. I've got another one already queued up. Timber frame. Yeah, it looks like a pretty solid building. Okay, so on to our next one. So that was in an open field. The next one here is, I'll do a shorter one. This one is going through a bush. So the lighting's a little bit lower. But it's still, there's definitely some good shots in there. And let me just make sure, I want to make sure I got this all done right before I actually fire it up. Okay, so there we go with that and that. It started without me. Just want to make sure this is all good. It's at 720. So it should be. And we'll leave that full screen. Yep, labs are cool dogs. I've got tons of videos of several different labs. Okay, here we go. It's actually funny, on this video, I was planning on doing approximately an hour walk and recording the whole thing. And something glitched out with the camera and it just wouldn't record after, about 20 minutes? So I got a little bit thwarted, but that's okay. I still got some good video here. Yeah, the black Labrador Retriever that I'm walking here is just awesome. She's small for a Labrador Retriever, but she makes up for it with her personality, and she's so well behaved too. I do actually have one video where I took this remote control car, it's 4-wheel drive, into a muddy area and tried cruising around, but it's not big enough. It was getting stuck every 10 or 15 seconds. I had to keep picking it up and rescuing it. But it's great for light duty cruising around. So the other challenge that I have with dog walking, when you're walking multiple dogs together like this, is some of them want to go at different paces. And I don't like having to be after the dogs. I like letting them be dogs and just give them direction when it's a good idea and keep them out of trouble. But the little black lab in this just loves exploring and cruising ahead at a good pace, where the two little dogs, they just want to stop everywhere and sniff everywhere and pee on everything. So you'll probably notice a lot of the time I'm kind of keeping the black lab back and pulling the little dogs forward. Yeah, it's a really nice little wooded area. The only issue with it is the mosquitoes. lots of mosquitoes. And this year I've seen more mosquitoes than usual and more grasshoppers too. Some of the places I've been walking dogs, there's grasshoppers everywhere. Hundreds of them. In some places, there's thousands of them hopping around. And dogs don't like it. You know, when the grasshoppers hop right onto them, and they hop onto my leg, and they're all over the place. Never seen it to that extent before this year. Lab chow mix. I've never seen a lab chow mixed, but I can imagine that it would be. Most dogs are actually quite a bit smarter than people realize. There's actually some really nice trails I'd like to mount my GoPro to, like a little motorized scooter or even like a mountain bike, and get some video of that. But the daylight hours get tapped into really easy. Time management is always a bit of a challenge. So now the problem with this video recording is that I was keeping the car moving around too much. I should have just taken it to one spot and let it sit and get the video. But I was still testing it out and trying not to trip on it, trying not to run into the dogs. You know how it is. And we got to have safety first. Purple tongue. Wow, normally if I saw a purple tongue, I'd be worried that something was wrong with the dog. I guess that's more if it's blue. But yeah, and anything I've heard, like unless it's just the pigmentation, normally you want to see a nice sort of pink tongue. Oh, she gets a treat. And that'll be because she was being patient. She really wanted to keep going ahead. And the little dogs kept wanting to stop, sniff, and pet her. So I was rewarding her for being patient. I like doing that when I'm walking multiple dogs. If there's any of the dogs that are not behaving well, I like them to see that the dogs that are behaving well get the treats. So that's the treats that I run is kibbles, but that way the dogs that aren't well behaved can be motivated to mimic the good behavior, and then they get treats too. So that being said, I don't like scolding a dog when it's exhibiting bad behavior. I prefer to just reward the good behavior. And when you're working with multiple dogs, it makes it a lot easier to use that tactic. Yeah, the video quality really dropped on this when it was moving, but it's good when it was stationary. And on my channel, it'll show up much nicer if you play the published version rather than me live streaming it. This one was called 10-Minute Bushwalk. And so I recorded this at a time when I was dog sitting these 3 dogs. And when I'm dog sitting, I like taking them out for at least one really good adventure every day. 2, if I've got the time and energy. And I like doing that every day because that way, if there's a rain day or a day when the weather's not good, then I don't feel so bad about not taking them out for a really good adventure. Always shoot for every day, so long as the weather's permitting. So here's more than half done, and the next one has much better lighting, so that you'll notice the video quality on the next one is going to be much better. I think it was Snakebite. Snakebite, was it you that said you used to race remote control cars competitively? I think it was. I was pretty impressed with how this remote control car performs actually for the price point. I think it was $150 Canadian, which is what, like, 120 US. There you go, Snakebite. Yeah, I won't get my own dog unless I'm retired and have plenty of extra cash. I've seen some absolutely horrific veterinary bills coming out. I'm not sure what's going on with the vets, but you know, in the past you could typically budget, $500 to $1,000 a year in veterinary. I'm seeing a lot of dog owners uh, having more like 5-10 grand a year in veterinary bills. I don't know if they're scammers or what they're doing, but and a lot of the veterinarians seem to be putting, once dogs are middle age, I'm noticing a lot of veterinarians are putting the dogs on veterinary exclusive food. They call it veterinary diet or whatever, but you can get from a vet. and I'm confident they get a commission or a kickback on it. And I'm starting to see pretty high correlation, so that kind of makes me skeptical about what they're doing. Well, I hope the video quality is coming through better on your end than it is on mine. It's looking kind of sketchy on my end. Although as soon as the car stops, the video looks decent. That little red Pomeranian that I'm walking there used to do agility competitions, and she frequently won or at least placed very well, and she loved it. That's if you ever have a dog and you think it's getting bored, agility classes are definitely a great outlet for them. Some of it gets super competitive too. That's right, Snakebite. Don't be buying your pet food from dollar stores. You definitely want to make sure it's high quality. So I'm just going to do a test here and maybe not. I was going to speed it up, but I think this is right near the end of this video. Yeah, this is where I go flying down the hill with it. Did a little burnout. Hey 79, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. I know you love nice little dogs too. So we're just reviewing some of the video from last year that I got. Trying to see if I can find any quality segments that I can clip out. And I realized the quality of the video is not nearly as good on this live stream as it is when you just play it directly through my channel. But hey, Van Life Biker, welcome. Just having some fun here, reviewing some video that I got with my GoPro that I had mounted onto a little remote control 4-wheel drive car. Just a little guy. The first video that I played is actually pretty good. This one here is not quite as good quality, but we're almost through it. And then the last one's definitely the best, which will be up in a couple minutes. That's it. I think that's it for the music in that one. So I'm gonna turn the volume up a bit so you can hear the remote control car better. It is on slow mode. right? And so for that angle, I'm actually driving the vehicle backwards because I've got the camera mounted facing forward. Van life. I think this might be one of the first times you've been in on my channel. I'll have to double check, make sure I give you a wrench. Nice. That's awesome, van life. Yep, getting the dogs out is definitely a great way for their socialization. A great thing for their socialization. Yep, she would be exhausted. It's, but you know, a tired dog is a happy dog. I'm going to turn the volume back down on this. It's actually a little bit annoying. Oh, and 79, if you're still here, don't worry, I'm not singing tonight. So yeah, this is pretty much the end of this video, and I've got one more after. And this one here was actually supposed to go about extra half hour, but the battery or something with the GoPro crapped out and stopped working. It could have even been that it overheated, but it would not turn back on. Hey Hoot Owl, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. We're just hanging out reviewing some video that I got last year. This is the second one. And let me just shut that one off. There we go. The first one was pretty cool. It was in an open field, so the lighting was really good. The second one was going through a really wooded area, so the lighting wasn't so hot. But this last one here that I'll share with you now, pretty darn good, I think. In fact, it's one of my favorites that I've ever done. So let me just pull it up here for you. That's it there. We should put that on full screen. Very nice. Let's hit it. Here we go. And you'll see in this Hoot as well, this is the little black and white dog that always wants to stop and pee and sniff on everything. Same one, you'll see. She's always lagging behind like that. And usually the red one is too, but this is actually a great shot with the red one leading the way. Hey, 79, I got to take a quick break. Can you just make sure that the chat doesn't get out of control? I'll be back in about 2 minutes. So, yep, as I was mentioning, this one is at like a BMX bike park. And I had the dogs with me, and I got this all recorded. So I'll be right back in a minute. Just grabbing a quick refill. Hey, Hoot Owl, I just saw your comment about the bike park. Canada's got so much open area, it would blow your mind. For the landmass of Canada is about the same, approximately the same as the landmass of the United States, but we've only got 10% of the population. And something like 80% of the Canadian population, it lives within 100 miles of the US border, which means like 80% of northern Canada is very, very wide open. Yeah. Oh, and hey, Van Life and Hoot, and anyone in here that's a moderator, feel free to post links to any video on your channel that you want to feature or have people check out, or if there's any events that you know of that you want to help promote, feel free. I've only actually had to remove one moderator on my channel so far in, what has it been? I think it's 2 years now. And it was just because all he did when he came in was just post the same link to his channel. He was posting a link every 30 seconds. So I didn't kick him out or ban him or anything, but I told him to stop spamming and he kept doing it. So what do you do? See, it's always, if Hoot Owl's still here, it's always the black and white one that's poking around behind, sniffing, wanting to pee on everything. Hey, Chad. You know what? This is not California. I'm near Toronto. About 100 miles northwest of Buffalo, New York is where I am. But it's good to see you, Chad. Thanks for coming in. Just reviewing some video that I got last year while dog sitting these dogs. And I recorded it with a GoPro mounted to a little four-wheel drive remote control car. Well, and you know what, Hoot? If she was deaf, we could just say, "Come on, Minnie, let's go." And then she'd kind of look at you and then she'd bounce forward. But now that she's deaf, like, you have to pretty much hit her with a really high-pitched whistle for her to hear you. And I don't want to have to do that with the other dogs. So, oh, you know what, Chad? I recorded this a year ago. This was last summer. So now I see why you thought it was California. See, while you see me walking the dogs there, I'm actually also over here. Also right here. But it is dark here too. It's almost 10 p.m. I'm on Eastern time. But I'm going to put it back to full screen just because it gives a little better view. Oh, Canada's huge. Look on the map, and you'll see it's approximately the same size as the U.S. Yeah, see, but typically it's with these three, it's the black lab that's leading, and then the two little ones kind of poke around. But the red one's more likely to explore and everything. The black and white one was rescued. The first um, couple years of her life, she was neglected, and so like I do kind of feel bad for her. In some ways, I think she's trying to make up for lost time, just sniffing everything, enjoying everything. But at the same time, I know, most dogs, the idea is to kind of cruise along, you kind of sniff, you stop every 15 minutes or so, and that's good. But she wants to stop every 30 seconds. So there, the red one is all excited because there's a couple dogs off to the left. And I think this is where I've got, yeah, there's dog over there. There's a guy coming from behind with a dog and a lady in front of us with a dog. So we actually duck off to the side here too, I think. Me too. And I feel bad for the dogs that don't have good personalities because frequently it's not their fault. Frequently it's because they had a bad experience when they were young or very bad experiences when they were young. The most common cause for issues. Good question, Chad. Where I'm at, there's really no bears or wildcats within a couple 100 miles of here. Um, if I drove north 100 miles or so, you'd find bears in the dumps. But for the wildcats, there's really not. I don't think there's any in this area at all. You got to go quite a bit further north. Coyotes and fox, definitely. Coyotes and fox will kill dogs like the two little ones here, and they won't mess with a dog that's the size of the black lab, typically. But there are cases where there will be a pack of coyotes, and they'll take out even a medium-sized dog. Um, One of my customers' neighbors actually stopped me when I was walking the Jack Russell, the Yellow Lab, and the Newfie, and he wanted to say hi to the little Jack Russell. And I said, "Sure." And he told me that he missed his Jack Russell so much it got taken by a coyote. So I definitely felt for him on that. So here we ducked off of the trail because there was people walking a dog behind us and a lady approaching us walking a dog. And I just didn't want to kind of get caught in the middle. So you'll see her walk by with her dogs, and then the others will go by, and then we go back to the trail. And those dogs did very, very well, walking by each other, no issue. But I didn't want to complicate the mix. So that's great, Van Life Biker. It's nice, all those experiences where you take them to like a swap meet or whatever, as long as their experiences are positive, it helps build their confidence and it helps desensitize them to things that other dogs don't get used to. So I encourage it. Like right now, that's one of the issues that I have with the Newfie that I walk, is he's not been desensitized enough to motorcycles, skateboarders, and rollerbladers. And still, anytime he sees that, he wants to chase them. %, Chad. 100%. I feel you with that. Yep, 100%. Um, Good question, Hoot. It can. Uh, says a lot, but it definitely also says a lot about the experiences that that dog had. Because if you have a dog that was brought up very well, um, socialized properly, has confidence, doesn't have fear or aggression, then you could even have an owner that's not that great an owner, and the dog is probably still going to be solid if it had a good upbringing in its first 2 years. Um, but yeah, if the owner's not a good owner, the dog definitely shows signs of that too. But I've seen, there's all kinds. So I don't like to judge too much unless I really know all the details. Right on, Van. And life. And by confidence, like I don't mean yeah, I guess confidence and fearless are the same. To me, confidence is when an animal can be put in, or a person for that matter, can be put in a tough situation, and they're confident that they can deal with the situation under stress or in a difficult situation. That's true test of confidence. Um, yeah, snakebite. I heard actually further north from where I'm at, they've introduced cougars. Not for wild pig, but for deer, because the deer population is getting out of control. But if the mountain, if the wild pig population is that bad, I don't think the mountain lions are going to really bother people too much. They'll go after the pigs. Hey Neil, good to see you. Neil's Han Dynasty. Anyone that wants to know about platinum, precious metal, or is interested in keeping up on geopolitics, Neil's Han Dynasty has a fun channel. Lots of good information. Check him out. Yeah, I like property, real estate. Problems I have with buying property and real estate, because I've lost money with real estate before, is it's not fractional, so you can't just sell off part of a house very easily. There's that. There's the property taxes, the maintenance, things like that. So it can be tricky. But yeah, if you're savvy, and I know Neil from Dynasty knows the economic ninja, who's got a real estate course. If you're savvy like that, then yeah, real estate is definitely a great option. And you can leverage. That's one of the things I like about real estate. I do like about real estate is you can leverage quite significantly. Aw, I hear you, Chad. Yep, I get choked up when I think about some of the dogs that I used to walk and used to work with and shared good times with too. Hey, Nick's Coins, thanks for stopping by. Just reviewing some of the video that I got from last year when I was dog sitting these nice three little dogs. And Nick's Coins is another great person in the precious metals community. If you haven't linked up with Nick's Coins and you like precious metals, do it. Yep, I hear you, Van Life. Yeah, if you're just buying raw land, and I especially like the idea of raw land in what's it called? Unorganized townships, where you don't have to get permits for everything that you do. So this is the third video of 3 that I wanted to just review tonight. I think this one's still got maybe another 15 minutes or so. And then I'll probably shut this down after that, unless you guys want me to keep the panel open, or if anyone wants to chat, I can post a StreamYard link if anyone wants to come up. But just for anyone that just got here, the main reason I'm doing this right now is I wanted to review these 3 videos to see if there's any good parts I can chop out, turn into a nice shorts video. And I just thought, you know what, while I'm reviewing it, I may as well go live and share it with you guys too. And then if and when I do publish the shorts video from any of these 3, you'll be like, oh yeah, I saw that. And also just wanted to reassert that the video quality on the published video on my channel here is much better than the way it's coming through on this live stream, because I'm operating on a weak computer. But that's okay. I'm going to get that fixed in a couple weeks. Yeah, next to this area, they turned it into like a BMX bike park. And so in this portion of the video, we're actually at the very top, I guess what you'd call the summit. But as we come back down, you'll see, and I ripped this little remote control car around on the BMX jumps and stuff. In a couple minutes, you'll see that too. Hey, Van Life, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that. And I did double check to make sure that you've got a wrench, and it definitely appears that you do. So that's very cool. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of relocating wildlife either. But right now, you know what, Hoot? The way that people are coming in through these borders into the States and into Canada too, like the amount of people coming in is incredible. And we've got a housing crisis in Canada. Like, there's very little inexpensive real estate here anymore, believe it or not. It's where I'm at right now. Average home sale price is 800,000 for an average home. That's Canadian, but that's still like what, 600 US for an average house. And rent, like, wow, one bedroom apartments like 1,500 a month minimum. Hey, Jamie Fox, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. So now we're going back down this hill. You'll see a lot more of the jumps and the tracks for the BMX bikes coming right up. And for Nick's Coins and Neil, just also wanted to confirm if you want to share any links for any videos you have you want to promote, or live streams coming up, or premieres, feel free. Thanks, Snakebite. Very kind of you. Appreciate that. That little black and white dog is so cute. I just want to squish her. I nicknamed her Oreo, even though her real name is Minnie. There's something about her. And even when she's gone into doggy daycare, the people that run the daycare say, that little black and white dog, Minnie, all the male dogs just love her. Something about her. That's right, Hoot. Yep. I mounted the GoPro onto the roof of the remote control car. So I'm walking these dogs and operating the remote control car while the camera on the car is recording. Thanks, Nix. They are. And if you ever got to know them, you would want to squish them. You'd be like, oh, what a nice little dog. So they're all getting treats. The little black and white one didn't want one. But as usual, she's tailing in behind. Okay, so here's the kids on their BMX bikes, and what they're doing is they're walking these bikes up to the top where we just were, up to that summit, and then there's a bike trail that goes down the other side, which I didn't show. But then they go flying down that, and you'll see that I do actually meet up with them when we get to the bottom. Yeah, paid to play. Hey, Neil or Nix or anyone else in here, if you want to come up on the panel after this is done, just say so in the chat and I'll drop the link. I'm more than happy to chat for a bit after. And yeah, Hoot Owl, it is a great job. Biggest problem is when the weather's not nice. As long as the weather's nice, love it. There you go, Neil. I was thinking the same thing. Um, I wasn't thinking that tonight, but at the time when this happened, when I was walking these dogs and I saw them walking their bikes up the hill, I thought, you know what? Come on. I agree with you 100%, Neil. And now that I'm thinking about it, like it's true. The kids are more likely to have a little electric bike and power on up with electricity rather than actually pedaling anymore. Hey, Too Tall Rob, thanks for coming in. Guys, Too Tall, post your link. Anyone in here, I think pretty much everyone in here likes animals, and Too Tall Rob Live has a fantastic critter cam where he charges his front porch with all sorts of treats for the neighborhood critters, and he records it live stream. And you'll see raccoons and cats and all sorts of things. And he's so nice to them. Um, the wild raccoons will let him go up to them and pet them. And to me, I forget who it was. It was a philosopher. It might have been Gandhi. That said, you can judge a society by how they treat their animals. And so when I see those critters and they love Too Tall Rob Live, and I see how much they trust and love him, that tells me he's a good soul, good person. Hey, no worries, Nick. Or I should just call you Nick. But feel free to post your link. There's good people in here that may not have connected with you. That was Gandhi. Okay. So I think this is where I actually take. So you can see the remote control car every once in a while. The hood of it pops up. So I take it flying over some of these jumps too. But keep in mind, these aren't my dogs, so I've got to be very careful. Yeah, apple fritters for the critters. Bob Thompson, hard. Need a shower and some rest. Okay, buddy. Have a good night. It was great to see you. Thank you for stopping by. And I had to cherry pick a time to take this flying over the jumps in the track when there wasn't other people on their bicycles around because I didn't want the dogs to get tangled up with the other bicycles, and I didn't want to upset them. Right? It's a bike park, and I brought the dogs to it, so I was kind of pushing the limits to begin with. There we go. Too Tall Rob posted a link. Thanks, Bob. I appreciate that. I was just thinking how cool this would be to come out here on a two-stroke, say 200cc dirt bike and rip around. I'd probably end up killing myself though if I got too brazen. I used to drive a lot of like enduros, or they call them dual purpose, on off-road bikes and motorcycles. But it's been a while now. Neil, post that link. That'll be a really cool show. For anyone that doesn't know the Economic Ninja, he's got a fantastic channel as well. And Neil is going to be interviewing him and Andy Scheckman on his channel next weekend. So post that link, Neil, for sure. Yep, that's right, Hoot. There was no barking at all. Where I find the greatest chance that there's going to be barking is if there's lots of other dogs around, and especially if the other dogs are excited. But like these dogs, I had them out for quite a while. All their excess energy is burned off, and you should be able to see they're about as happy as could be. You're welcome, Tutal. CR50, there you go, Jimmy. There you go. Sorry, not CR50, CR500. That's heavy duty. I never had a 500 off road. I had a couple 200 cc's. And the fastest bike that I ever had was a Honda VFR 800. But that was like a cruising bike. And I loved that bike too. It was one of the first years that they came out fuel injected. This was really cool. I was glad I was able to get these dogs out because this would have been the first time that they'd ever been to this location as well. Yeah. First little dirt bike that I ever had was a Honda XL80. And you know what? For a young guy, I would have been maybe 13 or 14 at the time. Little 80cc, that's all you need. Get up to close, around 30 miles an hour. Thanks, Hoot. Yeah, anyone that hasn't linked up with Neil Hahn, he's definitely got a good channel and great information. Nice, Tutal. I didn't know you ride. I've never driven a large bike, but definitely on my bucket list is to take a nice Harley for a cruise. One of my buddies is a Harley freak, but I'd actually have to get my motorcycle license renewed too. Yeah, that's true, Jamie. They're so fun. They're so fun. So yeah, this is a pretty cool bike park. You know, they got little benches and resting areas dispersed throughout. I didn't get video while we were taking a break here, but we did take a break at this bench. The dogs are like, oh, nice, we're going to take a break. So this is actually about halfway down the hill on the one side. That's right, Snake Bike, it does. Getting old is tough. But you know, like as long as we keep getting smarter and keep learning from our mistakes, and we try to stay healthy and stay in shape, right? Everything we do today is going to help us out later. Yep, stretching for sure. Yeah, I think that YouTube has probably got an eye on Neil because he does kind of like Ronnie and many other people in the community. You know, they are telling the truth, and it's easy to kind of cross the line. Okay, I did get video of us taking a break. Look, she crashed right out. She's like, "Oh, okay, I'm tired, Jan." See, that's another good reason to review this video because I forgot that I actually recorded us taking the break. See, that's the funniest thing. We're taking the break, and it's the little black and white one. Then she wants to go. It's funny. She's like, I don't want to take a break. I want to keep going somewhere else so I can stop and sniff somewhere else. So here again now, this time I think I'm driving the car in reverse to get the video, trying not to get tangled up in the leashes. That's terrible, Neil. You know you're definitely doing something right if the WHO reports you, because we know they're corrupt, but as corrupt as they come. I did a couple videos recently on my opinions of the World Health Organization and Klaus Schwab, the whole group of them. Oh yeah, you'll like Neil. Uh, Here we go. Two Tone Up. Post your channel link again before you go, because I think this is going to probably end in about 10 minutes. And then if people are looking for something to do, they can come over. He's charging the critter cam. Yeah, these little dogs are so well behaved. It's tough though, when you're dog sitting, I always have a low level of anxiety because they're not my dogs. So I always worried that, something will go wrong. I don't obsess about it or anything. I'm a fairly confident person, and look at that. Their leash just got hooked on a root. See that? It stopped them. But it just shows how easy something can happen. I had to unhook them. They're like, "What's going on, JM? We can't go anywhere." Who knows? I think Snakebite was joking. Snakebite's joking. I think it was a pun on the Hoot Owl name. No one here's a sissy. Oh, that's cool, Rob. I never know if Too Tall Rob's gonna have donuts or cherry cheesecake or hamburger or what he's gonna have for those critters. But you can be assured it's gonna be something pretty good. Yeah, it's almost like a term of endearment. In fact, you know what? Most things in life is not for sissies. You know, life's not easy. There's tons of challenges all the time. Hey, Simone, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. We're getting close to the end of this live stream, but what it was three videos that I recorded last year with a GoPro mounted on top of a remote control car while I was walking these dogs. So this is the third video. This one's at a bike park. The second one was through a forest, and the first one was around a soccer field. Simone Watchman is awesome. Anyone that hasn't hooked up with Simone Watchman, he plays bass and has some. He's a truther as well. You know, anyone that likes looking into geopolitics and things like that. He's not doing so much on the Simone Watchman channel now. He's got another kind of like a backup channel, but you'll find lots of music, entertainment, and Sunday church services as well, which is really cool. Hey, Karen Reese, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. What I was hoping to do is, while reviewing this, make mental note of a couple spots in these videos that I can clip out and turn into shorts videos. Since I already have the video recorded, right? And so I thought, you know what? Why not fire up a live stream and I'll share it with anyone that's interested while I review it. And so what I did in all three is I actually played them all at half speed, just because my computer's weak. And at full speed, a lot of the times when the remote control car was moving fast, you kind of miss a lot of the good shots. So I just wanted to slow it down for this. This one here is called Dog's Rule Part 2. And if you look it up on my channel, if you play it off the published video on my channel, you'll see it plays beautiful. And it's in high definition. Yep, get her done. Yeah, my one buddy says life's tough. Wear a freaking helmet. You know, I was in a pretty bad car accident, 5 years ago? And I ended up getting some massage therapy. And the registered massage therapist was digging so deep in my shoulders and armpits to do whatever it is that they do. And I'd be walking out of there bruised, like black and blue, where I was getting the massage. And so when I came back the one day, he asked, how I was feeling and everything. I said, "Holy cow, buddy! Like you beat the shit out of me." And he said, "Suck it up, Buttercup." Pretty much, no pain, no gain. Okay, so now for anyone that was watching before, those kids that were pushing their bicycles up, we're now on the other side of the hill, and this is them coming down the other side of the hill. And they kind of showed up out of nowhere, so that's why I sort of had to haul the dogs off to the side. So we moved out of their way, let them go by. But yeah, it was Neil that pointed out, the kids, They didn't pedal their way up the hill. They walked up the hill. A hoot, I didn't think it was supposed to either. Like, my thought of going in for registered massage therapy, I thought it was going to be like a relaxing massage, just getting the circulation going and all that sort of thing. But no, he's like, you've got not tendonitis, I think you call it tendinosis, and some other issues that were going to require painful registered massage therapy. And he said that that's the only way really to help heal it. So here I tried to jump the thing over these little hills. I think it caught a little bit of air here. But I also had to be very careful not to drive it into us too, right? I am considering paying an assistant maybe once a week to come with me on the dog walks and have them record. Because, as you may or may not be able to tell, it's kind of difficult to be walking the dogs and doing the recording and get good quality. But I do the best that I can. And I'm pretty happy with how these turned out. I appreciate everyone that stopped by and everyone that's here and enjoyed it with me. No, I don't think the bikes phased the dogs at all. But these are senior citizen dogs. They're all well over 12 years old. And that was a pretty good long walk for them. So, they were tired. They saw the other bikes earlier. And so they knew that we were just ignoring them and staying out of their way and enjoying our time there. And that's one of the things with senior citizen dogs when they've been brought up well. Not much phases them. And the black retriever in this is solid dog. She was brought up as a hunting dog the first 2 years of her life. And she was rescued as well. But perfect family dog. She had all of the basics. And that's why I have so much confidence with her And these other two little dogs, I know she loves them dearly, and they love her too. So I think this is the best shot out of the whole video right here. It's nice. Well, I really appreciate you guys joining me with this. This video and these dogs mean a lot to me. And it's been close to a year since I've seen these 3 videos. So sort of time to review and go back and check it out. So I think what I'm going to do is just finish off by saying that I've got, you can see it there as an end screen in this video, Got Your Financial Ammunition. That is premiering tomorrow. And if anyone is looking for a cool video, I'll be premiering that tomorrow. It's called Got Financial Ammunition. And I think what I might even do is pull that up. Let's see if I can do that. Okay, so I am still here. I want to put a link in the chat and bring it up on the screen. If I can. It'll just take a minute here. There it is there. So what I'm going to do is just copy that link. And then I'll put that in the chat. This is premiering tomorrow. It's called Got Your Financial Ammunition. And I'm just going to post the link right here. There it is. That should go in momentarily. Yep. So thanks again, everybody, for stopping by. Everyone that came through is great people. Feel free to connect. And I look forward to seeing everybody again soon. And definitely, hopefully, tomorrow for that premiere that I just posted. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll chat soon.
The winner.
I hear people say that silver is crashing.